Play the clip.
We're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. I think it was, what, 6 hours? I looked, I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. You got fired.
Troy Nehls, who is a favorite of ours, friend of the show, Texas congressman, just ran a steam engine over Merrick Garland yesterday. Watch.
You just saw there was Joe Biden in his arrogance and role as the vice president in this country saying if you don't fire Shokin, the United States isn't giving the $1 billion loan. Why would Joe Biden say that as the vice president? Why would he say such a thing? Was it policy? Was it our policy at the time? Yes or no? It wasn't. I have documents here. Interagency Policy Committee dated October
Point of information, is the gentleman ever going to let the
I'm
gentleman
on my
answer
time,
question?
pipe down. Saying Shokin had made
Time belongs to
significant
the gentleman
reforms.
from Texas.
He's made significant reforms, Shokin did. Matter of fact, John Kerry says he was impressive. And you know, within a few months after Shokin was fired, they appoint a prosecutor that said, we're not going to look into Burisma anymore. Cancel that, forget it, we're not looking into Burisma. Boom, here comes the $1 million. Joe Biden threatened the Ukrainian president and the prime minister, everybody can see it, to fire Shokin, or the United States won't give the $1 billion. If that is not quid pro quo, sir, what is? I will tell you what it is, and America agrees with me. It's bribery, and it's impeachable. Are you going to do something about it? I bet you're not, and that's why you, sir, also need to be impeached.
Boom! Shakalaka, come on, baby. Pipe down. That's I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a shirt. It says, pipe down. It's my time. Pipe down. Good for you, Troy Nehls. Good for you, man. Let's book Troy, ALX. Come on. Let's bring him on. So Troy Nehls was talking about Victor Shokin, of course, the guy that everyone loved, until he got in the way of Joe Biden and Joe Biden's bank accounts. And then Joe Biden got him fired by holding up your money to get the man fired. We have a very helpful chart, a very helpful little diagram here that shows this. Of course, bribery is listed among one of the top reasons to impeach a president. Treason is the top reason to impeach a president, and you have bribery and treason in our helpful infographic here for you. You see, Shokin, the little man down here with the X over his face, Shokin was getting in the way of and was going to bankrupt the Ukrainian natural gas company, Burisma. Now, that would be bad because Hunter Biden and Joe Biden were making all their retirement money from Burisma. So Joe Biden then leveraged American taxpayer dollars, used his office illegally, held up $1 billion in order to get this man fired. And we have him on tape doing it. We literally have the recordings, and there are going to be more tapes to drop. We have that all but confirmed this week. I've been making a few phone calls. And so it is very interesting that a member of Congress, a Republican, who is from Ukraine, born in Ukraine, a woman named Victoria Spartz, probably gave the greatest absolute flamethrower takedown of Merrick Garland yesterday, talking about how illegitimate the regime is here in America and how nobody trusts him or his law enforcement. And she would know, actually. She comes from what could be considered the second or third world with corruption rampant. And so it is poignant that Victoria Spartz is the one who really, really dropped the bomb here. Watch.
District in my town, FBI phone numbers all over the district. Please call that. People are truly afraid. I just want to make sure if you're not aware that you are. And this is a big problem when people are afraid of their own government. And I'll share some other things. We're talking about justice system. I don't question, you're probably not a bad person. I don't know you, but what I'll tell you, you're in charge of the department. And people right now feel, I look at Durham report and I call on the FISA violations of queries of millions of Americans, right? It's like KGB, but when I read Durham reports, we have this, you have a nice, playbook. First, let's have a special counsel, and then you don't have to answer any questions here. Then, let's extend slow walk investigation on Hillary Clinton, on Hunter, everything is slow walked. We were very quick on Donald Trump, but you were very slow walked. Then by the time, that investigation and its statute of limitation expired, and all of your agents need to be tested for amnesia. No one recalls anything. Okay, you probably should have as part of your hiring policy. So no one held accountable, which was egregious what happened, in that report. When I read with them, I can't believe it happened in the United States of America. This is my frustration. I'll be honest with you. Then it's very interesting, regardless what it is, even people in Obama administration raised concerns. How can President's sons be serving on, corrupt Ukrainian oligarchs? Do you understand that it actually can undermine the one Ukrainian effort and policy? I think these concerns were raised. The Obama administration didn't do anything about it. These people are dying right now, and Americans don't trust this president. So I want to ask you one thing. I don't need answer because I know you're not going to, but I think you're probably a good American and you care. And a lot of these people are so afraid they cover up this stuff, I think, in your department because they're embarrassed that what we became as a country to say that what our Department of Justice became. That allows Russians to do propaganda in Chinese. It allows them to destabilize our country. That is danger to our republic. It is significant danger. And I have just one more question from you. I agree on corporate crimes and Fascist stuff, even with Democrats, that we need to do a better job. One more question for you. Do you believe that, you talk about rights to vote, but do you believe that only U.S. citizens should be voting in this election and doing anything to make sure that only eligible people vote in elections?
Yes and yes.
Okay, I would like to see that, what you do. Thank you. Yield back.